I don't know about you, but there was a time when I could remember, at least every 2 years or so, a Star Trek movie coming out, and I would be looking forward to it. Whether it be an odd number or even number, good or bad, my excitement for the movie was just amazing to watch the crew go on these amazing adventures together with us. I loved it. Whether it was Khan, Kruge, Shinson, the Borg, it was a good time to watch these characters up on the big screen. But something happened somewhere around 2003 and after that, and now Star Trek was delegated to the small screen only. And when CBS All Access announced Star Trek Discovery, it was met with skepticism. While many opinions of the show were at first high, they quickly were diminished when we found out exactly who the characters were and how this had nothing really do to feel like Star Trek at all. But then a glimmer of hope when Patrick Stewart came out and said Jean-Luc Picard will be back, and we were all excited for Picard Season 1 and were met with major disappointment, only to find that there was Season 2, another epic disappointment, especially with the death of Q. And then finally, we were told by Terry Matalas to trust him. Picard Season 3 would be amazing. And it was, to the point that it broke records, streaming records. Picard becomes first Star Trek series to break into the streaming top 10 ranking, as mentioned by Nielsen ratings. Okay, so the streaming chart tracks total minutes viewed for each show in millions, with Picard coming in at 310 million and ranked as number 9. But that's not really the purpose of this video to talk about its breaking the record here. The video is basically to talk about this. New Star Trek movies on Paramount Plus every 2 years, reporter says. Now, this is coming from Screen Rant, my friends. Star Trek Section 31 is reportedly the first of a new wave of planned Star Trek movies to stream every 2 years on Paramount Plus. Star Trek Section 31 is reportedly the first of a new series of Star Trek movies that will be made for streaming on Paramount. Rumored for many years, Section 31 was announced to star Academy Award-winning Michelle Yeoh, who will reprise her role as Emperor Philippa Georgiou, from Star Trek Discovery Season 1 through 3. However, Section 31, which mounts production later in 2023, will not be a TV series as expected, but it is being billed as an original movie event. Now, before I continue with this, and this is not going to be long, I promise, but before I continue with this whole movie idea is great in the sense that it's nice to have the idea of going to Paramount Plus to watch a Star Trek movie. But what concerns me here is the fact that we are taking people from Star Trek Discovery, and the showrunner is Alex Kurtzman. Terry Matalas is the reason that Star Trek is starting to come back to life again, not Alex Kurtzman. Alec was the one who was slowly starting to kill off Star Trek. The events of Star Trek movies on Paramount is a great news for fans, as Star Trek Picard Season 3 finishes up and Star Trek Discovery ends with its Season 5 in 2024. Trekkers have speculated as to what will become of the numerous characters both series introduced. Picard Season 3 cut most of those new characters from Season 1 and 2 to make room for the cast of Star Trek The Next Generation. It's now possible that the next phase of the new Star Trek movies on Paramount could tell stories about those lost or missing characters and possibly explore other of the Star Trek universe. Well, let's be clear about something here. The reason that the bulk of the characters were cut from Picard Season 1 and 2 is because no one liked them. The only one out of all of them that survived it was Raffi, and at first I wasn't a big fan of her, but as she interacted with Worf and the rest of the crew, I started to come around to her, but it's just, I really did not like the bulk of the characters on Picard season 1 and 2, and Star Trek Discovery, that was an entirely different beast for me entirely. The stories I had heard about Discovery was that the only reason that it had 5 seasons was because Paramount had signed a contract with Secret Hideout that they were locked into, and they had to continue with the show. As for Picard Season 3, which once again, Terry Matalas comes to the rescue and brought us an excellent season. And I still am so excited for this Thursday when we see the final conclusion of this season. But, to be honest, and stuff that I've heard, is that Paramount told Alex that we're going to give you Season 3, but if you cannot pull a miracle out of your hat, your contract with Paramount is over. So, realizing this, he went on to different things and gave it to Terry, and Terry knocked it out of the park. And there is a petition going around for Terry to do more Star Trek. This is one of the main reasons why I did this video. Make a Star Trek Picard spin-off show. Star Trek Legacy with Terry Matalas as showrunner. We need 25,000 signatures for this petition to become one of the top signed on change.org. And right now we have 18,852. We need to get up to at least 25,000. So I'm hoping that with this video, you'll spread the word that we need to get this to happen. We need this to become a reality. Terry has done great with Star Trek, and we need it to continue. Alec Kurtzman behind Star Trek scares me. I do not want to go backwards. I want to go forward, and Terry is the future. So I am going to end the video right here, my friends. What do you think about the idea of Star Trek having movies every 2 years on Paramount Plus? Do you think Alec can learn from Terry, or do we really need to get this signature signed and put Terry in charge? Honestly, I'm asking, I'm praying, I've already done it. Please, pass the word on. Let's get Terry signed up for more Star Trek. Until the next time, my friends, God bless, and I will see you soon.